Mr. Bombastic. We want is a bombastic, romantic, fantastic lover.
Rarely.
She call me Mr. Bombastic.
Location, why? Rehabs International, darlings. Rehabs.
Fantastic. Touch me on me box, she says I'm Mr. Rowe.
Rarely, darling, rarely. Likes snorting Restylane, cosmetic counters, cleaning aisles, some generic. I am a lady. Rarely.
Smooth.
Dislikes, I'd frown, but I'm unable.
Just like a silk, soft and cuddly.
Rarely, darling, rarely. I hold my head up high as I do not smoke those dirty, deadly cigarettes. I'll go to that nasty, filthy business and to the governments for keeping it legal. Stop the press, darlings. How gorgeous am I? Oh, and there are no food additives in my life, but the governments are responsible for yours, as they know sugar drinks are. That's right, darlings. The screen said it. Rarely.
Hug me up like a quilt. I'm a lyrical lover.
Education. Well, it's relative, rarely. Daddy taught me to soak boot polish in bread for a brunch pickup beverage. Resourceful heritage. My daddy and Murdoch's daddy were in the newspaper business together. Daddy liked to read. There was a handshake, some may say a wave from across the room, the road, the lake, the pond. Who is to say? Were any of us there? Rarely. When Daddy had to use the last of our breakfast boot polish to collect the Sun's page 3 for the highly articulate and educated articles and headline of Match Wits with Hits of Bits of Tits, Daddy died. His polished boots immaculate, the breath of an angel, with soaked breadcrumbs up his nose. Rarely, darling, rarely. Murdoch has tried to silence me over the years, but the people know that I know that the day is 24 hours short, the rain is wet, and the sun will always melt the ice, and they will never forget how truly gorgeous I am. It is never a wrong to poach eggs in Botox. Rarely.
Oh my, well, can't you tell? I'm just like a turtle crawling out of my shell. Girl, you captivate my body, put me under a spell. With your couscous perfume, I love your sweet smell.
Rarely, darling, rarely. Love life, who doesn't? Failed partnerships, Stephen Hawking due to my vertigo, Jack Donaghy, his failure in matching breakfast brandies, Barack, a meeting of minds but a leaving of bodies, Stephen Fry, love of life, darlings, love of life. Williams and Lucas, no humour, none. Charles, too many engagements with Petal. We all know what happened there, Petal. International list available for Botox suppers. I know the norm. I am Hollywood, darling. Rarely.
Well, I'm bombastic, really fantastic. Touch me on my box, she says I'm Mr. Rowe.
Gal pals, easy. Karen Walker, Patsy, Eddie, Hi Saf, and the great Joan Rivers. Dame Edna, my sanity. Rarely.
Romantic, call me fantastic. She touch me on my box, she says I'm Mr.
Location, why? For the world to name 3 renowned doctors and copy their wardrobe and spy on their children. But the real news, darlings, is how gorgeous I am. But that's enough about me. On to how gorgeous you think I am. Oh no time, darlings. Tweet me at Rhonda at RhondaGo2, as it's time for the news for everyone. Rarely.
Boom, boom.
Well, darlings, I've researched absolutely nothing, but if I had, I'd be reporting that Canada, Peru and Mongolia were the highest cancer remissions last month. Congratulations. Isn't life brilliant? Really? Darlings, I just don't do slave speak. Healthcare is a right as education.
Bombastic, tell me fantastic. Touch me on my box, she call me Mr. Rowe. Romantic, tell me fantastic. She touch me on my box, she says I'm Mr.
France, USA and Norway adopted the highest amount of animals. You should adopt animals, darlings. They teach you things. Why, you can even train them to find the last of the dropped Restylane. A miracle, darlings. A miracle.
Gee whiz, baby, please. Let me take you to an island of the sweet cool breeze. You don't feel like drive? Well, baby, hand me the keys, and I will take you to a place and set your mind at ease. Don't you tickle my foot bottom, baby, please. Don't you play with my nose, cause I'm a ha-choom sneeze. Well, you are the bun and me are the cheese. And if
Petal, you think I don't see you? You know I've chosen Botox and Restylane snorts over moving. Really?
The rice baby love you the peas.
Big shout out to North Europe and Japan for being the healthiest countries. We're counting on you to get rid of the additives in our foods.
I'm bombastic, and they're fantastic.
Restylane snorts for the Mayor of New York for regulating the size of sugar drinks. But they've got to be banned, darlings. What exactly is corn syrup and diet poisons? Dr. Oz says no.
Mr. Boom Boom Boom.
Rarely, darlings, rarely. USA lost the most weight. Good for you, darlings. Nobody is telling you this, but greed is so wrong, darlings. It's not food, darlings. It's addiction and abusing your own boundaries. Rarely, darling. Fortunately, I know nothing about addiction. Boot polish is my friend. Darlings, can you believe I'm this gorgeous? You smear the boot polish on the bread and the alcohol seeps down. Old sailor's tip, darling. Only harmful if you don't, darlings. Only harmful if you don't.
Bombastic, very fantastic. Touch me on my box, she says I'm Mr. Romantic, very fantastic. Touch me on my box, she says I'm Mr. Boom Boom.
Rarely, darlings, rarely. Europe welcomed new migrants while some left and others returned. What had those countries done for the people to leave? Once decency and gentility stopped catting around, I'd like those worldwide statistics. Rarely, darling, rarely. Why should anyone spend Valentine's Day apart? We travel as our forefathers travelled, as theirs. It's what we do. It's no surprise. Rarely, governments, man up to the abusive Third Reich. Judging, condemning, splitting up loved ones is a walking imprisonment. A year is too much to ask for anyone, but we can agree to that. Cutting down on the demeaning paperwork and hiring the unemployed would help any economy. Get the people in quicker to spend on that country's produce. We live in the age of equality, so you only have one brain cell, foot and ear. Kudos and welcome. You can teach the girls football while you listen to my gorgeousness. Rarely, darling, rarely. No more years of waiting. I feel a frown, darlings. This is a wrong, even a little bit illegal. Rarely.
Bombastic, very fantastic. Touch me on the box, she says I'm Mr. Romantic, very fantastic. She tickle up my box, she says I'm Mr. Boom Boom. Bombastic, very fantastic. Touch me on my box, she says I'm Mr. Romantic, very fantastic. Touch me on my box, she says I'm Mr. Boom.
So to surmise, darlings, I'm just too gorgeous. Oh, and millions were cured of cancer, and millions of animals are now loved, and lots of love to the newborn babies. We love you, babies. Really, darling, never forget that life is beautiful and brilliant in bounty, and you'll find love everywhere. But if you ever feel sad or alone, know that I, Rhonda Go, reporter gone rogue, is snorting Restylane after poached eggs in Botox with a boot polish chaser. Never a wrong, darlings. Never a wrong.
Boom, 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 boom.
Botox and Restylane snorts for all, darlings, for all. I know, darlings, the question of life you need answered. But there are no words, darlings. No words can magnify my gorgeousness. Really?
What you say, girl? Smooth.
Really?